Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sehat buat kita semua. I hope that you are okay there without having obstacles or something difficulties to do, right? For this times, we would like to discuss about TOEFL, what we call that giving more enlargement for your knowledge here about this TOEFL. Now let's go to this one. This is the section 2 from the TOEFL. The first section it is listening. The third section it is reading. Now for the second sections there is structures and then written expressions. Now let's go for the structure first. Maybe at first when we go to the structure and written expression structure, maybe you can see several options A, B, C, D like we have questions when we are in school di SMA itu mungkin hampir sama gitu kita mendapatkan questions about the structures. But for the written expression quite different. Here are some important things to be considered hal yang penting untuk bisa difahami. Ada the second section of TOEFL test, 40 questions and 25 minutes to finish them in the sections. Then 15 questions for the structures and 16 to 40. This is for the written expressions. And the questions progress from easiest to the most difficult. So of course, 1 to 15, so the most difficult it is 11 to 15, and 16 to 40, the most difficult. This one, there are 35, or 30 to 40. And general strategies for having these structures or the sections. So be familiar with the direction. Begin with question 1 through 15, and also 16 through the 40. And also, if you have time, written question 11 through the 15. Why we ask you to review this one? Because it is one of the difficult one from the first part of the sections. And then never leave any question blank on your answer sheet, so you may guess to complete the sections before time is up. Tebak, silakan ditebak. Kalau time-nya hampir habis jangan sampai ada jawaban yang kosong. There are some skill of the structure 1, 2, 3 until 10. This is for the structures yang dibutuhkan apa, kurangnya apa dalam susunan kalimat yang ditanyakan. Now let's go to this one, the first structures question. The first type of the sessions have 15 questions. This is the first type and have 15 questions and test of your knowledge correct structures of English sentence, and question progress from the easiest, almost same from the easiest to the most difficult ones. And the procedure one, study the sentence, study each answer, study sentences or the questions. Based on how well it completes the sentence, you have to get the answer first, questions or the sentences, and then the answers, and then you decide, Try to eliminate. Do not try to eliminate incorrect answer by looking at the answers. Jangan hanya melihat pilihan jawabannya saja, ini jawabannya enggak. So you have to fix to see, do the study sentence first. Now let's go to the skill one. Apa aja skill one? There is subject and verbs A sentence in English must have at least one subject and one verb. Examples, I teach TOEFL every Monday. So subject, verb, rest. And common types of problem are subject is missing, verb is missing, subject and verb are missing, and has extra subject or extra verbs. Nah, itu yang kita hindarkan Itu common problems Now let's go to the examples. Based on this example, one was ringing continuously for hours, berarti ini missing subject. Jawaban yang missing subject hanya ada di this one, the phone. And then for this example too, newspapers were every morning, every night. Ini kekurangan kata kerja, missing verbs-nya. So are delivered. Clear Now let's go to this one, skill one, subject and verbs Let's analyze this one my best friend always helpful with problems. This is incorrect because we cannot find verbs. Kita nggak bisa menemukan kata kerja. My best friend always helpful with the problems. Yang kedua, the bus schedule has changed since last week. Nah, Ada informasi the bus has changed since last week. Berarti apa? Di sini ada kalimatnya sudah tepat di sini. Ada permasalahan? Did you find it? No, right? The bus subject has changed as a verbs. Nah, ini sebagai kata kerja. Jadi complete-nya adalah subject verb-nya sudah tersedia. Nomor 1 tidak tersedia subject verbs-nya. Yang ketiga, accidentally drop the glass on the floor. Berarti apa? Accidentally drop the glass on the floor. Ini adverb, ya. Ada drop-nya di sini, berarti di sini masuk kategori verb-nya. So where is the subject? So we cannot find. So of course number 2 is incorrect. Now let's focus for 4 and 5. You may finish, yeah. You may stop this video and then finish this. Okay, after you have got the answers, now let's continue for the next, one. Skill 2, object preposition. After we have understood about subject and verb, so of course let's go for the object of preposition. An object of preposition is noun or pronoun that comes after preposition, such as in, at, of, to, by, behind, on, to form and prepositional phrase. Example, the trip to Ireland on Saturday will last for 3 hours. This is an object of preposition can cause confusion in the structure of, so the trip to the island will last. This is not the subject. Saturday getting closer, but this is the subject is the trip, this is the verb. Jadi kita nggak boleh menganggap apa yang terjadi antara subjek verb itu nggak selalu berdampingan. Biasanya terpisah oleh prepositional phrase. Dan prepositional phrase, object of preposition ini tidak diletakkan tidak diletakkan selalu di belakang ya. Tapi biasanya juga bisa nyelip-nyelip antara subjek dan verb di sini. Jadi jarak antara subjek sama verbnya biasanya jauh. So you have to pay attention detailly for that case. Those are the prepositions about vocabularies here related about object of preposition. So you can memorize. There are between, beyond, by, despite, down, during, from, in, inside, to, into, over, passing, through, throughout, to, toward, up, upon, versus, with, within. So of course you can find this one by memorizing or understanding it detailedly. Now let's go to the examples. To Mike was a big surprise. To Mike kita nggak bisa jadikan sebagai subjek. So kalimat ini kekurangan subjek. What is the subject one? Of course the right one it is the party. To Mike the party was a big surprise. Kalau masih menjawab really, funny, and when, it doesn't complete this sentence here. Now let's go to the objects of preposition, the name of the baby, by the next meetings of the class need to turn in papers. Berarti konteks di sini apa? The name of the baby in the crib is Jack. It is the correct one. Subject, kata kerjanya is. Where the name 1, is-nya sebagai kata kerja di sini. Okay, and then by the next meeting, by the next meeting of the class needs, tiba-tiba ada kata kerja. Ini prepositional phrase, ada prepositional phrase lagi. Jadi ini dianggapnya incorrect, kekurangan subjeknya. What about number 3? The direction to the exercise on the page 20 unclear. The direction, subject, to the exercise on page 20 unclear. Kita nggak menemukan kata kerja karena to exercise on page 20 ini masuk kategorinya prepositional phrase. Kalau prepositional phrase, object of preposition di sini, kita nggak bisa menemukan kata kerjanya di sini. Di manakah kata kerjanya tidak ditemukan. So this one it is incorrect. Now you may stop this video. You may try to finish or understand for number 4 and number 5. After you have gotten for this 4 and 5, now let's continue for the TOEFL exercise 1 to 2. So this is fun for you to practice. Later we can discuss it well. Okay, you may stop and understand to get it. Okay, for example, for number 5 between 1725, New Zealand witnesses an increase in specialization. Kira-kira apa? Butuh apa? Kurangnya apa? Saya cuma guessing kekurangannya Kalau ada of berarti dibutuhkan benda. Cari jawaban yang ada bendanya. Kalau nomor 1, Mark Twain bla bla bla, the years after the Civil War, Gilded Age. Berarti apa? Called, calling, he called, and his calls. Berarti apa? Mark Twain. Ketemu kata kerja kah? Tidak ketemu. Berarti kita cari yang kata kerja. Oke. Mungkin seperti itu ya analisanya ya, that you can try to get or to understand for your questions in the section 2. Now skill 3, present participle. Nah, present participle itu bentuknya adalah verb ing. Jadi dia fungsinya adalah sebagai adjektif dan juga bisa berfungsi sebagai verb. Syaratnya apa? Ketika ada verb ing tanpa ada to be bisa dianggap sebagai adjektif, tapi kalau ada verb ing tanpa kata kerja, tanpa to be berarti tidak boleh dianggap sebagai part of verb ya, atau kata kerja part of present continuous. Now let's go this one. As part of verbs ya, accompanied by am is are ya, that's part of the verb. Train is arriving ya. The students are speaking. So this is part of verbs. But this one as adjective here, if present participle verb ing is not accompanied by, it is an adjective. The trains arriving at the station now is an hour late. The students speaking with the teachers are from class 10. So this is adjective explain for the students, yeah. Arriving here explain for the train. Get this one? So these books try to explain for you verb ing not only verbs ya, but it can be as the adjective. Pay attention detail about that. Now skill 3 present participle for the example here, so we have the film appearing at there is verb here. If there is verb, so we do not need verb. Do not need subject because there is subject. So what we can add here, so we can add now. The film now appearing at the local theater is my favorite. If you put is, double subject, double verb. If you put it and also double subject. If you put was, so of course double verb. Is sama was double verb if you choose this one. Now let's go to the exercise here. Present participle ya. The crying baby needs to be picked up. The crying baby needs to be picked up. Correct, because crying described for the baby needs there is verb. The clothes are lying on the floor should go. Kalimat ini dianggap salah karena ada double verb. Lying, are lying, part of verbs, and then should go. Mana yang tepat? Buang are-nya biar sesuai. Now let's go for analyzing for number 3, the waitress bringing the steaming soup to the waiting dinner. Waiting diners here. Waiters bringing the steaming soup. Steaming soup, present participle. But bringing this one, so we cannot find verb ya. Gak ada kata kerjanya for number 3. So the waitress ya, kita butuh to be di sini. So incorrect number 3. Yeah, for this one, 4 and 5 you may finish ya. You may stop this video and then you can continue after you have done. Now, skill 4, past participle, regular verb and irregular verbs ya. Regular verbs and irregular verb, that is per person. Mungkin kita bisa bahasanya adalah verb 3 ya. Study, taught, and also played. Bisa berfungsi sama polanya sebagai verb dan juga sebagai adjektif. Kalau sebagai verb ya, past participle is a part of verb, it appears with have. Past participle is part of verb if accompanied by be ya. Example, the mailman has left. So of course, has left berarti sebagai verb. Were taught sebagai verb, dianggap pasif, ini present perfect kalau we talk about the tenses. Now, what if belongs to the adjective? If doesn't appear have atau be, kalau nggak ditemanin ya, atau nggak ada muncul seperti ini. The letter left in my box was for me. The classes taught by Professor Smith were interesting. Nah, inilah verb 3 di sini dianggap sebagai adjektif karena letter yang tertinggal, kelas yang diajarkan. Ya, sangat menarik. Now let's go to the example. The bread subject, ada kata bake, verb 3 ya. Ada smell di sini. Kira-kira apakah verb 3-nya yang smelled, apakah yang bake? Ketika ada case kayak gini, dua-duanya ed, yang kita anggap verb 3 itu yang bake, ini udah pasti verb 2. Kalau kita tambahin has, nanti double verb ya. Kalau kita tambahkan was, double verb. Ya kita timbul the bread just bake aja. Jangan tambahkan it, nanti jadi double subject. Jadi the right answer it is. Okay, now let's go to this one. The food is served in the restaurant is delicious. Kalimat ini incorrect karena ada double verb. Is served sama is, karena to be sama past participle digabung dianggap sebagai part of verb. Jadi ada dua verb, is served sama is itu sendiri. Now for number 2, the plane landed on the deserted runway. Landed on the deserted runway. Deserted runway-nya kan di kolomnya ini ada the. Ketika ada kayak gini, ini udah pasti past participle. Ada the di sini benda, ini pasti. Karena apa? Past participle tersebut menjelaskan kepada benda tersebut. Now, look at this one. The unexpected guest. Ini udah pasti past participle. Ada kata kerja? Iya, ini kata kerjanya. Verb 2. Bukan verb 3 ya ini. Ini adalah verb 2. So the right one it is number 3. Correct ya. The unexpected guest arrived just at dinner time. Correct. For number 4, 5, you may stop this video. You may continue later for understanding. Now this is for the exercise ya. Let me give you a clue ya for number 1. The first ada appeared ya, during the last period the dinosaurs reign. Appeared during the last period. Berarti kita butuh apa? Ada kata appears. The first flowers are plants appeared during. Ini bisa sebagai past participles. Plants have flowers appeared sebagai kata kerja ya. Plants flower, the first plants flowers atau the flowering plants. Nah, so you can get it. Apakah ini kamu anggap sebagai kata kerja? Kalau sebagai kata kerja, akankah sesuai di sini? Ya, atau plants have plants flowers ya, the first plants ya, atau the first flowers are plants ya, appear during. Nah, kira-kira mana yang tepat? So you can get the right answers ya. Yo. Number 2 ya, the earliest medicines from plants of various sorts obtaining. They obtain, were obtained, apa they were obtained. Kekurangannya apa di sini? Sudah ketemu kata kerja enggak? Nah, jika sudah ketemu dan tidak ketemu, apa langkah selanjutnya? So you know what you are going to do for the next steps. Now let's go to the skill 5 ya, coordinate connectors ya. Coordinate connectors, but and so or ya. Many sentences in English have more than one clause. Ya, remember this is coordinate connectors. Kalau connectors berarti kita ngomongin klausa. Clause is group of word containing subject and verb. Jadi kalau ngomongin apa sih clause, isinya subject verb ya. Two clauses in English sentences are connected by coordinate connectors and, but, or, and also so. Now let's see this one. Sun was shining and the sky was blue, but it was very cold ya. There is clausa subject verb. Ada subject verbnya ya. The sun sama was shining, the sky was blue-nya. It may rain and so on. So those are the examples of the coordinate connectors. Now let's go to the example here. I forgot my coat. Nah, kira-kira butuh connectors. Yang connectors mana? So ya, so I got very cold. Jangan pilih then, later, atau as a result. Kebutuhannya apa dalam sentence ini? So you have to know the need ya, or the necessity for this sentence. Now let's go to this one for understanding detailing ya. There is information for you, but and so we have to put comma ya. So subject verb subject. So this is the guidance for you ya to understand about this coordinate connectors. Skill 5 ya. Below needs. Analisa pertama coordinate connectorsnya mana? Oh ada or. Setelahnya ada subject verb lengkap. Sebelumnya sudah lengkap iya. Nomor 1 correct. Nomor 2 tidak correct. Kenapa? Karena but it difficult to read. Kesalahannya ada di sini. Kesalahannya but harusnya apa? It is difficult to read. The book was not long. Ini udah benar. Tapi but-nya sudah di sininya nih. It difficult to read. Ini kesalahannya. Jadi incorrect. Number 3, it was raining, so decided. Tiba-tiba kata kerja muncul, so decided not to come. Kekurangan apa? Missing subjeknya hilang di sini. Nah, akan analisa ya. Langkah pertama, cari koordinatnya. Kalau kalimat ini ada 2 klausa tidak ada koordinatnya ya salah. Oke, now let's go for the skill 6 ya. You may stop first ya. You may stop first for this video and then continue after you have done. Oke, adverb clause connectors ya. Adverb clause connectors di sini ada because, after, before, when, until, since, also ya, and so on. So those are that you can understand. Connectors. Apa fungsinya adverb clause ya? Berikan penjelasan kepada, biasanya adverb menjelaskan kepada apa? Bisa ke kata kerja, bisa ke situasi situ. He tired. Apa yang menyebabkan dia tired ya? Because he has been working. Because he has been working hard, he is tired. Kalau adverb clause-nya konektor ditaruh di depan, berarti Anda harus ngasih koma. Kalau ada di depan atau di tengah, tidak perlu ada koma. Itu yang harus diperhatikan. Clear? Continue. Arrive at the library, koma. Kalau di sini jelas koma, berarti kita butuh konektor. Yang ada konektor hanya delta. After the student, ya sudah, ini jawabannya. The student butuh konektor, ya kan? When doang konektornya, subjeknya mana? Nggak ada. Kalau he aja kekurangan konektor. So, the right one it is after the students. Next, skill 6, adverb clause connectors. After the plane circled the airport, it landed on the main runway. After the plane circled the airport, it landed on the main runway. Correct. Konektornya ada, subjek verb juga ada, koma pun sudah lengkap. Nah, itu analisanya. Yang kedua, registration process took many hours since the line so long. Ini kekurangan kata kerja. Line so long-nya itu harusnya apa? Harusnya ada penambahan the lines are so long. Kekurangan kata kerja di klausa setelahnya adverb. Tidak lengkap ya klausanya. Yang ketiga, this type medicine can be helpful, koma, it can. Kalau di sini ada koma, konektornya harus ada di depan. Apakah Anda menemukan konektor? Tidak ada. Incorrect. Udah gitu aja. Ketika ada dua klausa, tidak ditemukan konektor, berarti kalimat itu salah, incorrect. Tulis I, incorrect here. For 5, you may finish ya, for understandings, and then you may stop the video, and then you can get the right answer. Well, that would be clear ya. I hope that you can understand ya, for skill 5 to 6 ya, a spacecraft is freed from friction, launched into space, blah, blah, blah. Launch into, ada konektornya kah? Tidak ada, berarti kita butuh pilihan konektor. Pilihan konektor ada di C dan D. Mana yang tepat? Lihat sendiri. Sesuai. Yeah, I hope that you can get this one for analyzing for skill 5 to skill 6 here. For example, bears cannot see well. Bears cannot see. Bear subject cannot see sebagai verbnya well ada tiba-tiba small eyes. Butuh konektor nggak? Iya. Konektor sama apa? Butuh konektor subjek dan verb. Nah, pilihan mana ada konektor subjek verb? I do believe that you know for number 5. Okay, now let's go to the skill 7. It will be discussed with the next video ya. So I hope that you can enjoy for the first video here. Remember, you may repeat as you wish. That's all for this session, for the first video about the first meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's continue for the skill 7 for the next video.